Banjo-Kazooie was released in 1998 and pretty much perfected the 3D platformer. 2 years later, we got Banjo-Tooie. Don't know why I'm saying that, because that's not important. But there's one Banjo game people seem to forget about. That's right, there isn't just 2 games. There's actually 3. Technically there's 4, but I couldn't actually find a copy of this one, so we're going to stick at the 3. Banjo-Kazooie Gruntilda's Revenge. Probably the most underrated video game of all time. At least the most underrated Banjo game of all time. So how do you get Banjo-Kazooie, one of the greatest N64 games, and one of the greatest 3D platforms of all time, how do you condense that into a Game Boy Advance? And more importantly, does it work? Well, let's find out. Let's turn it on and get ready. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is so goddamn nostalgic. So the game takes place 2 months after Gruntilda's defeat. Pretty impressive. And Banjo and Kazooie have decided to make a barbecue! But meanwhile, Klungo has spent 2 months pushing a rock and has no success. I mean, look at him! He looks bulk! But he decides he can't move the rock, so he builds a machine. Which Gruntilda transfers her soul into it. Like, okay. And Mumbo's just like, I'm gonna shit here and hide. And then her whole plan is to get rid of Banjo's friend by going back in time. I don't get it. I don't fully understand that, but you know, that's okay. Maybe it's... So Grunty steals Banjo, steals Kazooie, and goes back in time. Mumbo sends Banjo back in time to find ancient ancestors of him to save Kazooie. Yeah, keeping up good. So now we have a mole who's going to help us with our friendship. While Grunty's castle's still being built. Pretty cool, actually, being built. And yet you do see that later in the game, while exploring the overworld, you can actually see Grunty's castle. It's not fully finished, but it's there. It does look pretty cool. But that's not what we're here for. The mole's going to teach us some moves and tell us collectibles. Every time we pick something new up, he has to tell us everything about it, which is kind of annoying. We got same old collectibles like notes, your Jinjos, your Jiggies, your honeycomb pieces. And after we get past the first little bit, we get our first Jiggy and go into the first world, Cliff's Farm. I've got to say it, I love the music in this game. What do you mean I have to go to the front just to answer your questions? That is BS. Okay, now we answer. We're going to learn how to do a move. To swim. We can swim. Can't Banjo always swim? Oh no, we can dive underwater. And it's got even great music here. So yeah, that's pretty much most of the moves you get. Then we go around and explore the world. And while exploring, we will encounter a very difficult boss. I can't remember his name, but he's a big meanie who keeps the sheepies. And I'll give credit. They did pretty good turning the 3D game into 2D. This little flying Banjo and this guy looks so good as 2D models. They're 3D in a 2D environment. It looks amazing. Now after let's win this extremely tough boss fight. We won. Then the sheep are free! You're welcome, sheepies. But why are you not leaving your pen? That's okay. Let's continue going on and exploring. Get some more mischievous. Gotta get some chicky babes to return to the mama. Learn the role. And by learning the role, we get to fight our first proper boss, which is Klungo. And he's setting up these evil weeds in the area to stop us. That is pretty clever, actually. So the game, your boss fights with a Klungo. Because I'm just going to say, you fight him a few times. His boss fights are really good because it actually goes on saying, this is how we're going to stop you. I'm going to add this to the world to make it impossible for you to do anything. That's pretty clever. Pretty nice. Fuck, hiccups. He's the first boss of the game and he's piss weak. But when he leaves, he gives us a Jiggy and this Mumbo thing. We got some magic. With that, we go to Mumbo /Jumbo. I can't fully remember his name, and he turns us into a rat. Prick. Well, mouse. Same thing, though with that we get a little bit more, not being platform, but some more areas, get some more jiggies. And this game does have mini games. One of them being sheep fishing. Okay, what is this called? I call it sheep fishing because you're fishing for sheep. Next one is you just have to go down a slide and get eggs. Those are the mini games you get outside the bosses. Boss's main game, that's pretty much all you get. Pretty fun though, pretty fun. And that's the first level complete. Then we return to unlock the next level. The next level is Beagle Beach. Pretty interesting world. I quite like it. It's got nice music, got lots of sand.
I don't like sand.
Yeah, we know, Anakin, you hate sand. Get over it. We get new abilities and shit. We find a thing we can't do yet because the game's mean. And we have to save some beagles, which I believe are Kazooie's ancestors. I'm not too sure. So we become a rat, mouse, whatever, to save them. Save all them with our rat friend. Then we transform back to find Kazooie, which I think is pretty disappointing finding Kazooie in the second level, but what do I know? Just let it go. It's okay. It's okay. We'll deal with that later. It's okay. With Mecha Grunty. This should be interesting. And Pissweak just like the other one. And Kazooie's back, and Kazooie's like, my wings hurt, we have to fly. So we do some flying around and fight, in my opinion, the most creative boss out here. I don't remember his name. I call him Facey McBoneson. I mean, he's just a bone face. And this is, in my opinion, the most clever boss in the game, because all you do is shoot where he spawns, and that's it. Like, it's stupid, but I love it. He's like One-Eyed Willy or something, I don't know. But he's just so stupid. Then we have a dolphin to save, and actually, no, I forgot, there's one more minigame we do unlock here, which is Pirate Scouts Club. We have to save a treasure chest from these pirates. Now, it does get difficult later on. But besides that, that's pretty much it. Get all G's and we leave this world. But we can now return to the first world to get our last collectible we didn't get. And in the process, we can even see Grunty's castle isn't fully built. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Castle, we do some more jiggy stuff, get some more health, some more notes. It's your basic Banjo-Kazooie, so they've done a good job so far. Give that, clap. They've done a good job. Clap, 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 clap. That's enough clapping. To our next level, Mr. Bayou in the Bayou. Now, as a kid, I hated this world. I still don't really like it much as an adult, but that's okay. It's a bit annoying at times, but it, you know, the music's still pretty good though. And here's where we learn how to defeat a particular enemy, which I never knew how to beat as a kid. All you do is shake. No, not Taylor Swift shake it off, but you just shake. We get new eggs, battery eggs, which I wish I stayed in this room because there's a honeycomb piece in here I never got and I had to go back all the way through the game and find it again. That's okay. Another thing, we have a minion who's like, you guys are weak, we must turn you into proper minion material by defeating all of Grunty's minions. These Klungo Juniors, whatever they're called. They look like Klungo. And after beating them we have to fight Klungo again, which is slightly easier. Slightly harder, still not difficult. Then we get a new power-up, and we die. Okay, so death does have a point in this game. I'll talk about that later. But we die, and then eventually we get everything in the world. We go to the next world, which is Shipsilabia Harbor. That's how you pronounce it, I have no idea. And while we're here, we do encounter some of those enemies again. Just gotta shake them off. Never knew as a kid. We get our first and only treble clef note. Yes. And this world is... It's not tough. It's the same as the other worlds. Get everything, transform. But we do get new power up here, like that. And different Grunty fight, where you got to shoot red bits on her. Yeah, pretty anticlimactic, but you know. You can't expect much. And we get a little octopus guy. We have to save some pieces of shit, as I call them. And we get a race, which I messed up on the first time, because I am an idiot. But I did eventually win. Let me go through, and that's another world done. So, as we can see, they've done a relatively good job transferring 3D to 2D. Don't think anyone's going to complain at that. Then we get to the final level. But before that, let's get all the collectibles outside of Grunty's. And all the collectibles are done. Now to the final level, which I hate. So as a kid, I unlocked this level at a wedding. My cousin's wedding. I was on my DS playing it, and I unlocked this world. I wish I was joking. That's legit how I unlocked it. Freezy Furnace. Now, before I go any further, one thing every Banjo-Kazooie game has done. Pretty much every Banjo game has done. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. They all have a world that involves a lot of... How do we say it? Like, it's got a metal industry theme. And this one's no different. It starts off cold with some fishing. But soon, and another mini-game, but this time we're going to collect snowdrops. Then we go underground and find out it's a massive furnace. Which is a pain in the ass. I died and got mad a lot here. Then we fight Klungo, a boss I could never beat as a kid, but as an adult I know how to beat, only because these little bastards he has, I could never deal with. I never knew how to deal with them as a kid. But now I know I can win, even after I died a few times. The point is I won. And gives us our final transformation, which is known as Tank. You're not known as Tank, but he pretty much is a tank. I find pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then once you get everything, you do a bit of backtracking, we go to the final boss. That's right, the final boss. And it's not too difficult. It's more annoying, honestly, just to get to it. Because of how awkward the control actually is to aim, the egg. Because then you have 10 seconds to get there. And once you're in there, you have no health. So it's good to start with as much health as possible. My phone is went off because I thought they muted. I am an idiot. Yeah, we fight Grunty again. Not too difficult. Then we get, after we beat Grunty again, we get my favourite part of Banjo. The quizzes. I don't mind the quizzes. I think they're fun. I really do. But then after this we fight Klungo, which I died to. Because I have 1 health left against them. And I got mad. So naturally, we fight him again. We fight it all again, beat Klungo, slightly better. Then have to do a mini-game. By collecting worms. Not too difficult. Then we fight Grunty. Which, it's pretty much... It's not more difficult. Not difficult. It's not really that much difficult. It's just Grunty slightly more aggressive. With one added thing. The mech no longer takes damage. Her spirit does. You have to knock her out and deal with the spirit. Her spirit. I am not joking. You deal with her spirit. Then once you beat that, we get everything. We get the ending. Let's say the ending. We get the ending. Which, as the game gives us, a solid 4 Gs out of 5. Why? Because all our friends are here. Now, all our friends are here is because we beat it 100% completion. Now, you have to get everything for the perfect ending. But to get the 5 Gs, you have to beat the game without dying, which I am not doing because it's a pain in the ass. So what happens if you beat the game without getting everything? Let's find out. Okay, we reload a save, go fight Grunty. Mumbo's about to send us back after Grunty's been defeated. And he goes, me do wrong spell. Shit. Then we go back and there's 1. That's a lot of banjos. So yeah, that's the end of the Banjo-Kazooie Gruntilda's Revenge. And this gives us a solid 3 Gs out of 5. So, in conclusion, what can I say about this game? It's fun. It's fun. It's a good push from 3D to 2D in Banjo. And honestly, I can recommend it. If you find a copy of it like I have, go play it. It's a great game. And I can't say much else about it. And the music is, I'll say it one more time, the music is just amazing. Like, listen to Mumbo's hut music. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Comment down below. Like me in the Facebook and Twitch, all linked in the description. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. And thankfully, they did not make another Banjo game after Banjo-Tooie. Wait, they did? What is Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts?